mighty friends. Yea, all the earth cries out for the glory of the everlasting Father upon the earth, in the hearts and minds of men. Yes, Brother T.C., welcome to the fourth watch. Yea, those who wait upon the eagle's wings, yea, they shall soar upon the mountains this very day. Yea, may the glory of God, mighty YeHoVaH, yea, His Son YeHoShUa, yea, the one that saves us all, His blood beating in our hearts, yea, the everlasting flowing through our veins, the eternal Father sitting upon our mercy seat, yea, upon the Sabbath day, King refreshing us all, yea, each and every day. Hallelujah, YeHoVaH, and the everlasting glory upon the earth, YeHoShUa, the mighty King of Israel. But in his days, Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, came up, and there was one who became his servant, YeHoVaH. Oh, my goodness, and the angels of heaven sang forth for this Jewish king. Yea, YeHoVaH will raise is what his name means. YeHoVaH. Yea, YeHoVaH. I just love the wisdom of the everlasting revealed to each of us in the Father's perfect time upon our mind, and how He so skillfully weaved each name, each character, each role, yea, down the highway. That's just so magnificent to me, you know, how each word of the everlasting, yeah, the everlasting glory of our Father YeHoVaH, yeah, His Son's love in our heart that reveals the Father's word that He received. And then He writes, the Father Himself, from the tabernacle of the beloved David, the sure mercies of David upon our hearts, upon our minds, and be transfigured by the renewing of your mind, and come out of this mystery Babylon inherited by our fathers and our fathers' fathers, and given even to these sons. But these are the sons of everlasting, and their wisdom is greater than their fathers. For that is the way that the Father has made it, that in the hearts and minds of babes, that all of heaven would be revealed upon the earth. So in his days, Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, came up, and Jehoiakim became his servant 3 years. Then he turned and rebelled against him. Some 3.5, some would say. And mighty YeHoVaH sent against him bands of Chaldeans, bands of Armenians, bands of Moabites, and bands of Ammonites. So he sent them against Judah to destroy it, according to the word of mighty YeHoVaH, which he had spoken through his servants the prophets. Surely at the command of mighty YeHoVaH it came upon Judah to remove from his sight because of the sins of Manasseh, according to all that he had done, and also for the innocent blood which he shed. For he filled Jerusalem with innocent blood, and mighty YeHoVaH would not forgive. Now, the rest of the acts of Jehoiakim and all that he did, are they not written in the book of the Chronicles of the Kings of Yehuda? So our brother Jehoiakim slept with his fathers. And Jehoiakim, YeHoVaH will establish is what his name means. His son, he became king in his place. And the king of Egypt did not come out of his land again. For the king of Babylon had taken all that belonged to the king of Egypt, from the brook of Egypt to the river Euphrates. Shema Israel. So Jehoiakim was 18 years old when he became king. And he reigned 3 months in Jerusalem. And his mother's name was Nehushta. It's the same as 5178 in the Hebrew. Nekoshith, copper, something made of a copper metal, like a coin. Maybe a copper nickel. In 1871. Feather. Filthiness of the steel is what it refers to. He reigned for 3 months in Jerusalem, and his mother name was that, the daughter of Elnathan, which means God is the giver of Jerusalem. And we all know what Jerusalem means. Allusions to 2 main hills. Peace. A tsunami of peace for some. A tidal wave of destruction for others. He did evil in the sight of mighty YeHoVaH according to all that his fathers had done. At that time the servants of Nebuchadnezzar king of Babylon went up to Jerusalem, and the city came under siege. And Nebuchadnezzar the king of Babylon came to the city, while his servants were besieging it. Jehoiakim, the king of Yehuda, went out to the king of Babylon, he and his mother, and his servants, and his captains, and his officials. So the king of Babylon took him captive in the 8th year of his reign upon the earth. He carried out from there all the treasures of the house of mighty YeHoVaH, and the treasures of the king's house, and cut in pieces all the vessels of gold which Solomon, king of Israel, had made in the temple of mighty YeHoVaH, just as mighty YeHoVaH had said. Then he led away into exile all Jerusalem, and all the captains, and all the mighty men of valor, 10,000 captives, and all the craftsmen, and the smiths. None remained except the poorest people of the land. So he led Jehoiakim away into exile to Babylon. Jehoiakim, YeHoVaH will establish. That's what his name means. So he led Jehoiakim, the one that will establish, away into exile to Babylon. He had not the belief in his heart. Also the king's mother and the king's wives and his officials and the leading men of the land he led away into exile from Jerusalem to Babylon. All the men of valor, 7,000. Like all those men like Elijah, hidden upon the earth, crusted over in the earth, wanting for the crack and the lava to spew forth. In the depths of the emerald ocean, pouring forth her rage in the sea. And the craftsmen and the smiths, 1,000. And a number of times only mighty YeHoVaH knows for them all strong and fit for war. And these the king of Babylon brought into the exile to mystery Babylon. And so Zedekiah made he himself made king. Then the king of Babylon made his uncle. Do you remember what his uncle's name was? I don't want to slaughter it. Y'all help me, I'm listening. What is it? Starts with an M. Are you reading along? Do you even know where we're at? Do you even care? What are you doing? We are in 2 Kings 24, verse 17. And we are looking at Matanyah, like Matanyahu. It means a gift of Yah. Yeah, so then the king of Babylon made his uncle, and this guy is a gift from Mighty Father, king in his place, and changed his name to Zedekiah, which means right of Yah. Zedekiah of a Zadik, yeah, let it be a way of righteousness and truth forever. Zedekiah reigns in Yehuda. Zedekiah was 21 years old when he became king, and he reigned 11 years in Jerusalem, and his mother's name was Camutal. Let's see. Camutal. It means father-in-law of dew. The daughter of Jeremiah. Yeah, we all know about Jeremiah, that old bullfrog. Yeah, his name means Yah will rise. Yeah, like the trumpeting of the frogs in the Maya down there in Tennessee, y'all. Down deep, yeah, in Baton Rouge, where the mighty Mississippi opens 50 miles wide to swallow them all. Yeah, a place in the desert, Libnah, the daughter of Jeremiah of Libnah. He did evil in the sight of mighty YeHoVaH according to all that Jehoiakim had done. For through the anger of mighty YeHoVaH came about in Jerusalem and Yehuda until he cast them out from his presence, and Zedekiah rebelled against the king of Babylon. And now, in the 9th year of his reign, on the 10th day of the 10th month, Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, came, he and all his army, against Jerusalem, camped against it, and built a siege wall all around it. 2 Chronicles 36, 17 and 20, for the mighty men of valor upon the earth. So the city was under siege until the 11th year of King Zedekiah. On the 9th day of the month, the famine was so severe in the city that there was no food for the people of the land. Then the city was broken in two. Yeah. crust of the earth, the crack crying out, and all the men of war by night, by way of the gate, between the two walls, beside the king's garden. Though the Chaldeans were all around the city, and they went by way of the Arabah. Yeah, 2 Kings 25 and 4. And that Arabah, that's H6160. Arabah. And it is a desert, the sterile valley of the Jordan, and its continuation to the Reed Sea. Yeah, that well-read sea of everlasting moments. Yeah, a campaign, a desert, like an evening in heaven, a plain, a wilderness. Yeah, see also H 10 and 26. Yeah. But let us continue. 2 Kings 25 and 5. Oh, mighty Father, bless each chosen, willing vessel coming forth. Yeah, with your glory upon their hearts and minds. But the army of the Chaldeans pursued the king and overtook him in the plains of Jericho. Yea, and all his army was scattered from him. Then they captured the king and brought him to the king of Babylon at Riblah. Yea, over here, what's old Riblah talking about? Yeah, it's H7247. It means to be fruitful, a fertile place in Syria. Riblah. Yeah, kind of like that place in Adam's side. A Riblah. Yeah, a meaningful, fruitful woman alongside. Yeah. And he passed. Then the king. Yeah. Then they captured the king and brought him to the king of Babylon at Riblah, and he passed sentence on him. They slaughtered the sons of Zedekiah before his eyes, then put out the eyes of Zedekiah, and bound him with bronze fetters, and brought him to Babylon. Now on the 7th day of the 5th month, which was the 19th year of King Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, Nebuzaradan. It's a foreign origin, a Babylonian general. Yeah. Nebuchadnezzardan. Yeah. The captain of the guard, a servant of the king of Mystery Babylon, came to Jerusalem. He burned the house of mighty YeHoVaH, the king's house, and all the houses of Jerusalem, even every great house he burned with fire. So all the army of the Chaldeans, who the captain of the guard broke down, yea, even their walls around Jerusalem. Then the rest of the people who were left in the city, and the deserters who had deserted, to the king of Babylon, even Mystery Babylon of our day and time, and the rest of the people, Nebuzaradan, the captain of the guard, carried away into exile. But the captain of the guard, yea, the chief captain, the champion of the men, leader of many officers of the guard, left some of the poorest of the land to be vine dressers, yea, a vine and a dresser. Yea, I know who those people are. I'm one of them. And plowmen, yea, those who break open this old crusted earth and, yea, cast forth the seed that the Father, raining from the clouds in heaven, would bring the vine dressers in due time. Now the bronze pillars, you know who you are, which were in the house of mighty YeHoVaH, and the stands and the bronze sea, which were in the house of mighty YeHoVaH. The Chaldeans broke in pieces and carried the bronze to Babylon. They took away the pots, the shovels, the snuffers, the spoons, and all the bronze vessels which were used in service. The captain of the guard also took away the fire pans and the basins, what was fine gold and what was fine silver. And those two pillars, the one sea and the stands which Solomon had made for the house of mighty YeHoVaH, the bronze of all these vessels was beyond weight. The height of the one pillar was 18 cubits, and a bronze capital was on it. The weight of the capital was 3 cubits, with a network, yea, a very secure network with pomegranates on its capitals all around, yea, and the bronze and the scrolling of their work was magnificent, radiant forever and all time. Even in the depths of the emerald ocean it shines forever, yea, never crusting over. It is filled of the divine vibe hidden deep inside. And that second pillar was like these, with a network, yea, securely connected, yea, a circle of everlasting for the eyes of blind men. Then the captain of the guard, yea, took SOAR, yea, Yah has prevailed, the chief priest, yea, and Zephaniah, Yah has secreted, yea, Yah has secreted the second priest, and the 3 officers, yea, ordinal like the third thrice, a fork in the road, a third bass strike, a 13th ringing of the seasons, y'all. From the city, he took one official who was overseer of the men of war, and 5 of the king's advisers who were found in the city, and the scribe of the captain of the army who mustered the people, placing seeds of mustard inside each and every one. This 6th day of Sukkot, 6018, the first year after all payments had been nullified, all debts paid in full. We owe no man nothing. Have you given your mustard seed to your brother with love in your heart? Unto all the people of the land, each man, that no man may be seen as defiled. And 60 men of the people of the land who were found in the city. Nebuzaradan, the captain of the guard, took them and brought them to the king of Babylon at Riblah. Then the king of Babylon struck them down and put them to death at Riblah in the land of Hamath. Hamath means walled place. Hamath is the walled. Those craftsmen that have created walls of old again and again. So Yehuda was led away into exile from its land. So mighty YeHoVaH made Jedediah governor over all of Yehuda. Now, the people who were left in the land of Yehuda those of the tribe descended from the first of its territory in Yehuda, those that celebrate mighty YeHoVaH, whom Nebuchadnezzar, the king of confusion, the king of mystery Babylon, had left. He appointed Jedediah, the son of Iachem, which means brother rising, or brother, brother of rising. That means that is high. Ahikam, Akikam, the son of Saffron. So when all the captains of the forces, their men heard that the king of confusion had appointed Jedediah, they came to Jedediah to Mizpah, means in pause, namely Ishmael, God who is the son of Nethaniah, giver of Yah, and Yehochanan, YeHoVaH favored, the son of Korea, which means bald, the Korea Eagles, and Sariah, Yah has prevailed, the son of Tanku. How you say this? Tankumeth. A feminine word. Of the Netophathi. The inhabitants of Nethophah. And Jazana, heard of Yah, the son of Maccathai, a Maccathite, or inhabitant of Makkah. And they their men. Jedediah swore to them and their men, and said to them, do not be afraid of the servants of the Chaldeans. Live in the land and serve the king of Babylon, and it will be well with you. But it came about in the 7th month that Ishmael, the son of Nethaniah, the son of Elishama, God of hearing, of the royal family, came with 10 men and struck Jedediah down, so that he died along with the Jews and the Chaldeans who were with him in Mizpah. Then all the people, both small and great, and the captives of the forces arose and went to Egypt, for they were afraid of the Chaldeans. Now it came about in the 37th year of the exile of Jehoiakim, king of Yehuda, in the 12th month of the 27th day of the month, that evil Merodach, a Chaldean, probably meaning soldier of Merodach, evil Merodach, a Babylonian king, evil Merodach, of mystery, of confusion, in the year that he became king and released Jehoiakim, YeHoVaH will establish, king of Yehuda, from prison. And he spoke kindly to him, and set his throne above the throne of the kings who with him in mystery Babylon. He changed his prison clothes. Jehoiakim, and had his meals in the king's presence regularly all the days of his life. And for his allowance, a regular allowance was given him by the king, a portion for each day, all the days of his life. Humble bondservants, chains of stewards of the mysteries of everlasting. We stand willingly before you all and rejoice as we leave you this day and walk with our Father in his garden on the 6th day of, let us remember the 6th day of creation. Let us study it along the way this day and rejoicing in the Sukkot 60:18. One more day, and then YeHoShUa, like he did for 40 years before Nebuchadnezzar tore it all down and took it all away. A flaming fire of evil men upon the 6th day, the 6th hour. Yea, let their way be counted against them, Father. Let you, the one that controls all things, that, yea, even control their hearts and their deceived minds, yea, by the righteous rule and reign of your Son, yea, the great temple light of all, merciful for the merciful, mercy for the merciful, yea. Live in the Word in the 4th watch, dare to walk out upon the water, having your lamp filled with oil, with plenty more along your side, having given full payment for your passage from being washed afoot, raising a valley, lowering the boom on the mind, yea, that the streams of living water would crest the mountain tops like the smoothness of a stone of a mountain stream. Yea, that the valley would be raised and humbled. Yea, that the fruit would be made full upon the pomegranate, that the snow upon the mountains would not be seen. Yea, it would only be a cool mountain stream in a valley made straight. Yea, the way restored up even in mystery Babylon before us all. Be everlasting, yea, the big E, that little sting upon your side, yea. So be a little bit of groovy, yea. Let's see, how should we say this, mighty Father? Be groovy in a rude sort of way, yea, and be everlasting, a peculiar treasure upon the earth, now and forever. Hallelujah, YeHoVaH, and the everlasting glory, the living word in a man's heart and mind, the Mashiach, YeHoShUa HaMashiach, yea, revealed to the chosen seed that lurks in the darkness of mystery Babylon, with fetters hand and foot, now until the Mashiach comes upon us, each and every one, in mighty YeHoVaH's perfect time. Never more than we can bear, yea, at the locks upon your temple doors, yea, the height of of the coiling chain, seen and unseen outside your tabernacle doors. Yea, mighty Father, pour your golden anointing oil within each lock. Yea, and at your perfect time, yea, that it would be a lock beckoning for the key to enter in. Yea, like the earth cries for the rain. Yea, that the frog could leap. Yea, and a ripple could be upon the water when no stone is tossed.